As one of only 10 certified speaking professionals in New Zealand, I've been helping people with presentation skills for years. Some time ago, I was coaching an engineering manager to deliver a proposal to his senior management team for capital expenditure on thermal testing equipment. It was quite a dry presentation and certainly lacked any dramatic opening to hook senior management in. Once I'd finished coaching him and we had considered the purpose of his presentation and in what ways his delivery aimed to achieve that purpose or conversely failed, then we reconfigured his presentation. When it came to the day in question, he stood up in front of senior management and a number of other representatives of the company, held up a small sealed bearing and asked the audience what they thought it cost. Answers range from several dollars up to $40 or $50. So you can imagine the audience's surprise and even shock when he announced the cost, $65,000. He went on to say that this would have been the cost if he and fellow staff hadn't acted quickly in the small hours of the morning when the bearing failed on a refrigeration unit, risking over $65,000 worth of frozen goods. Being sealed, these kinds of bearings can't be visually checked for wear. They can only be checked and tested with the use of thermal testing gear that he was proposing the company purchase. As you can imagine, he really had the attention of senior management right from the very outset of his presentation. I must say, I love one-on-one coaching for presentation skills, especially if the coachee is gearing up towards a particular presentation like the former case study. Coaching in this case is fully customized, but largely based on the 10 elements described in my book, Outstanding Presenters Speak for Themselves, with particular emphasis on the following: identifying and crafting appropriate stories for presentations, making sure that the talk has a strong opening which hooks the audience in, and a final impression with punch. Practical ways that the presenter can transition from being a talking head to engaging the audience, and ways in which it might be practical to use props and objects, just to name a few. It's certainly my preference in coaching people in presentation skills to see a talk in action, either live or videoed, preferably in front of a live audience. This creates a powerful starting point for the coaching process. And even if you aren't going to engage me as a professional presentation skills coach, I highly recommend you video as many of your presentations as possible and watch them several times over in order to see what you're doing well and what you could potentially improve on. You'll be amazed at what you pick up as you watch yourself on video. I was coaching someone in keynote presentations last year who had watched himself on video prior to sending the video to me for critique. Even having watched himself once or twice, he was still not aware of his 3 main distracting mannerisms, each of which were clearly visible to the audience. And that's the value of engaging a coach. Contact me to talk further about your presentation skills coaching requirements today.